What's up guys, a long time since I made a video, but I recently got this pickup as I was looking to get another one of these Antec 900 cases, as I'm currently restoring one for a PC build, which is more of a challenge for myself really. And I came across this ad, which was locally to me, only about 30 minutes away, for these two PCs. And I got these for about £40, which is about $50 to $60. And they're listed as not working, but I can see why they're not working. But we'll go through the parts together in each one. I'm going to do this one last because this is the one I actually want. And I think this one's got a lot of goodies inside, because people who bought a Blu-ray player for a case which came out in 2006 to 2009, they probably bought other decent parts, and I can really see a P45 board in here and stuff, so I'm quite happy about that. I also should be showing you some ads right about now, some screenshots from the ad, probably showing you why I bought these two PCs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack the side panel open on that one there, on this, what is this? Shark Loom. I think that's a really budget brand, so hopefully that doesn't give an idea of the quality of the parts. So this is the inside of the Shark Loom case. And a few things come out to me straight away. Let's just talk about the case first before we talk about how interesting the parts are. The case is very cheap and flimsy. Don't understand why they did a blue accent inside. I don't know. Maybe the previous owner spray painted that, or is that standard? I'm sure someone knows. But the panels are very flimsy, so but if I'm looking for the parts, that symbol there normally means money. So I'm not too upset so far, because I've seen about 4 parts I like. I like the OCZ power supply. This is just before they went bust. I really wanted one of these, and it's a 650 watt because it's literally just labeled there. It's not fully modular. Actually, it is fully modular. Sorry. Even the power connector is fully disconnected. That's interesting. I'm missing a few accessory cables, but not a big deal. This is a Strix B250 gaming. Now that is an Intel, and it's after 4th gen. Would that be 5th gen? Is that 5th gen Intel? Did I skip 5th gen Intel? Anyway, I'm thinking I can't remember, guys. Did Intel skip 5th gen, or is that more for? Oh, wait a minute, it was for the socket 2011 V3, whatever it was. So this would be 6th or 7th generation, because it wasn't Z. That wasn't there a B150 board or something like that for the 6th gen? I can't remember. But it's a Strix board. It has got so many SATA ports. It's got 10. And that would make this DDR4. I can't believe DDR4 nowadays systems are coming for this cheap. We've got a Cooler Master Hyper 212. I remember this cooler. It's actually a pretty old cooler, but I'm very happy to have it part of my collection, because I was actually looking to buy one of these. And we got some Kingston RAM. That's going to be DDR4, so I'm hoping it's 16 gigs and not 8. I'll double check this, because my plan is to take the system out and to just fully dismantle it from the case, because the case I have no interest in at all. I'm going to get the cooler off, then we can see what actual CPU we actually have there. Unfortunately, it's only an i5 7400. Pretty worthless. I think the CPU goes to like 10p on CX. So I'm going to take the parts out, disassemble this thing completely, put the case into the pile to be scrapped because I don't really care about this case. It has no value to me and probably has no value to anyone else. But not bad for like 25 bucks, you know. Power supply, RAM, motherboard, crappy CPU. The cooler is not bad. I'm quite happy about the cooler. It's actually one of the things I'm most happy about because for what I paid for the kit, this whole bundle, it's what that's probably worth in my point of view. Okay, so these are all the parts inside the box now, and look like all these are in pretty decent condition. The only thing the system was really needing was storage and a graphic card, and it probably would have been bootable from the condition I can see of it. There's no real damage, no real heavy dust buildup. It's a little bit of surface dust. It's not too bad. And now we're going to move on to this bad boy, and what I need from this case is just this plexi here, because mine is cracked right down here. This one here looks like it's a bit scratched and scuffed, but I'm hoping I can take them out. And you can see through the window there's a lot of goodies in here. The power supply looks very heavy duty, shall we just say. And that's pretty much everything I really need from this, and also its hard drive cages, as mine were a bit messed up at the moment. Okay, I will get back to you guys in just... So I've got the side panel open now. We've got two drives at the front here. One is a HP DVD drive, which is an IDE. But they've routed it through the side of the case down here, so you can't even see it. So whoever had this case last, I mean, apart from this bundle of crap here, but I don't think they cared towards the end, really cared about cable management. We've got the Blu-ray drive right there, and graphic card naturally is an Asus. It looks like a 4 series card. Actually, I can look on the back. It's a GTX 570. That isn't bad. That isn't bad at all. Has no value nowadays, but has value to me. And let's look at the obvious stuff. We have got 4 DIMMs of RAM. Let's have a look at this. What are you? Kingston HyperX DDR2, 8500D, so that would mean you're at 1066. Are you a 2 gig or are you a 1 gig? I think it's a 2 gig because after the 8500 it says 2K2 4 gigabyte, yeah, so 4G. So there's 2 sets of these. So this is a score. This is some really nice RAM. So I'm just going to take out the RAM because I'm going to take out each bit as I go through it, as I just find it easier to sort out the parts that way. Okay, this is the Asus card. I mean, they did put the branding quite big on it. Card doesn't actually seem to be... It's really dusty on top. I think this has just been sitting for a long time with dust building up. It's nice to see there's no surface rust or anything like that. Card looks like it's in relatively good shape. There's no real issue I can see with it, apart from it being overly dusty. So I'm very happy with that. Oh, let's put it over there. Don't worry, this is a roll mat, so it's fine. And now we can have a look at the motherboard. I'm not really too concerned about the CPU. It's probably going to be another Q6600. I seem to collect those things like crazy. But I am seeing this Antec 1200 watt power supply. I have a feeling this may be why this system isn't used anymore, because these... I can't remember if these had a problem or not. This is going back about 12-15 years ago, and my memory isn't the greatest. But that is a humongous win. If this works, this power supply is a deal. Absolute steal. And if this motherboard works, which is a P35 Pro board, so it's not some crap board. 8-bit were actually a very good brand back in the day before they stopped making motherboards. Well, for the consumer side anyway. Oh, it's got a 7. Look at that. It's got a 7-segment display. When you see a motherboard which has that, that just shows you quality. And for the sake of it, there doesn't seem to be much on there. What have we got here? A minute. No way. It's a QX6850 Extreme. This is the second one I've gotten from just these systems. That's amazing. I did not expect to see that here at all. And they must have known that this was in here because they own the computer and they seem to have cleaned off the thermal paste. What? Now guys, that is absolutely insane. I cannot believe I've got another QX6850 Extreme from one of these cheap systems. That is absolutely maddening. I'm very happy if it works. Great, I've got two. I can use one now as a daily driver and not worry about it. Oh, if anyone watched my old video about getting those 8800 Ultras and the Striker and this another Extreme, I did some further research, and from looking at the hard drives and looking at the dust and just the hard drives only had 2,000 hours of use, which is about 3 months. So that explains why those PC parts were such good condition, because that PC had only been used for 3 months and then just stopped being used for XY reason because it was from a house clearing. This one I think's had a bit more use. This Antec case, don't feel bad about it being used for parts because it's rusty on all the front panels across here. There's scratches, gouges everywhere across it. So this PC case has definitely seen some hard times, and it will go live on into that one over there, which will means that I'll have one really good one from two ropey-ish ones. Anyway, okay, I've got the majority of stuff out. Watching some classic LGR, and just looking at this board, you can tell this is a really high-end board. Has the power buttons right there. It has the 7-segment display. It literally has so much going for it. Found a little bit more of the history of it. I found this back plate, which is from Acertech, which is water cooling. So this chip was definitely overclocked because it's got water cooling on it. Wow. I can safely assume that this was water cooled. And the board itself doesn't seem to be anything. It's got mostly solid state capacitors on it. Got a few of these, but all these look fine. But I mean, you can't always tell. This thing does look like as if it was mainly built in 2007, especially from those drives. And I found an OCZ sled, which I actually wanted one of them, which was quite fun. Because they charge about £5 for those just on eBay. And even the DVD-ROM is something of value. I mean, it's obvious that this has been used until maybe 4 or 5 years, because it's got a GTX 570 in it, which is what, 2011, I would say. So even then, they try to put some more money into the system. So this thing is definitely being looked after. There's power supply here. I mean, I would say this thing was definitely doing crossfire at some point, just because you can tell by the back ports being missing. I think there was also probably a sound card or something, which I'm a bit sad not to have a sound card, but happy about everything else. I mean, can I really complain? I got another extreme processor for literally nothing. I mean, the whole system, I mean, for both of these systems, one of these processors probably go for, and even then it's still probably a bit more than that. So very happy overall. I'm going to not test the power supply. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to clean it up a little bit, and then I'm going to test it, because the assumption I have is from the dust, from the age of the parts, and also that there's another computer, which this person said that this is just two of their old systems, which she just kept upgrading. Sorry, I just always take these out because people keep sending me motherboards with these missing, and I'm sick of it. Don't know about you guys. I hate when I buy motherboard and these things are missing. Just take them out of the cases and put them next to the motherboard. Anyway, so back to the thing, back to my original thought. This thing shouldn't have much power in it, so if I do clean it, there's less chance of me getting a horrible deadly shock. which I'm not going to do on camera because someone will tell me I'm doing it wrong. I don't care. I have my own way of doing it. And there we go. Hopefully come back to you with some testing videos of all this stuff. Currently testing the Antec power supply. And you can see the values right there. Everything seems to be spot on. I am pleasantly surprised. I did clean it up a little bit so it looks a bit more nicer now. Nice cool airs coming out. I probably will put this with on a system which parts are not very valuable, just to do a bit more of an in-depth check. I mean, it seems fine. Inside, I couldn't see anything which has exploded. In fact, it all looks really high quality and nicely built. So, yay. I just got a 1200 watt classic power supply for literally nothing. Next I will be testing the OZZ one just to see how that does. So I have all the usable parts right here. Both power supplies have been tested and they work. I've tested both motherboards and they both work. Have not tested the drives because I honestly don't really care as much about the drives. And everything else just seems to be good. The only issue I've had is with this. The GTX 570, unfortunately, it posts but doesn't display a picture. So it's not dead, but it's not working either. It's hard to describe. I think it needs its contacts cleaned. So I've used some contact cleaner. Got to let that soak over a bit more time. But I have noticed that there's a few screws missing from the GPU shroud. So I think this GPU's had problems in the past. I'm going to have to put it on the pile of GPUs to be heat blasted and see if that brings it back. I mean, I'm a bit sad because I kind of like that 570. I was probably going to use it inside something at some point. But it doesn't work. I still think I got a really good deal. I got the part I needed for my other case, which I'm going to be sorting out at some point. I got these additional parts, especially this monstrous 1200 watt power supply, which seems to be fine. I'm going to do some further testing with a PC which I don't, well, you know, where the parts are expendable. The biggest win is the Asus board and the CPU, the QX6850. I just wish I had some drives as well, but I've got enough anyway. I've got so many SSDs now which I don't even use. It's insane. So yeah, I think this is going to be probably the end of the video. My next video will be based on my next build, which will be the cheapest chips Antec 900 build, and we'll get to you on that next one.